Are you guys ready for a new Rants review? This time we've got a game called Tap Forge just coming out from the Op games. This is a really fast-paced 2 to 6 player game that only takes 20 minutes and they recommend for ages 10 and up. It's called Tap 4. Let's jump on in and see what it's about. So at the bat, the box is real simple. You've got 2 stack of cards bound, no plastic wrap on these, which is really nice. And then you've got a manual for the rules, your strategy, and a little luck to get rid of all the cards in your pile in your hand by playing cards equal to or lower than the stack. If you cannot play a card or choose not to, you must pick up the stack and add it to your hand. The round ends when somebody plays their last card, and the game ends when a player reaches 150 points. So lowest total score wins. So it's kind of got a little bit of like the trick-taking, turn-taking score game kind of mechanic. If anyone's a really low interest in like board games or card games, then this will be kind of similar to like Uno in the fact that you score up points, and the more cards you have in your hand at the end of a turn, a round specifically, will basically add up points. Another way for maybe an old school player would be like in Hearts, where you're taking tricks and playing things, and the person with no cards left wins, and the persons take the points that are in their hands, adding up to the score. But the 150 is the end game, which is pretty easy. They do have a QR code for the videos of the gameplay, which is really nice. I love when they include stuff like that. But yeah, let's set up the table. All right, so I'm going to show you the 3 to 6 player rule set for now, and then I'll go over at the end the variant for the 2 player round. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take 19 cards off the deck for each player, discarding the remaining cards that are not in play for the game. And then players, without looking at their hand, are going to set 4 cards face down, and then place 4 cards face up on them. That's 8 cards out of your hand that are going to be placed down. These are your play from piles as well as your hand. Then the remaining 11 cards are going to become your hand. So on your turn, you will basically play cards either from here or from there onto the deck, which we'll go over in a second. Players will then go around, and the player that's the youngest will get to go first. They can set down as many cards as they want from their hand to become the deck at the beginning of the game. So let's say I'm the first player. I can even play 4 cards, and we'll go over why that's important on the table. Whenever you play 4 cards ever on the set, so it doesn't have to be the cards you played, but just 4 cards in a stack, you then tap it and say 4 cards, 4 twos. Those get discarded, and then the player that just discarded the 4 cards gets to take another turn. But in the game, while it's possible and likely that you'll want to play the 4 cards, playing low cards if you don't have 4 cards is going to be detrimental. So most times you're going to want to actually play the higher value cards so it works out better for you. So for instance, I will play 3 6s. It's always important when you play a card, you say how many cards it is. That's because the next player, in theory, might want to have 1 6 and put it down so they can discard the stack. But you always need to play cards that are lower than the stack. So the turn comes back around. I don't have any more 6s, but I do have 3 5s. So that stack is 3 5s. At this point, you'll see there's this card here. You don't want to play that card yet or just show it. It stays face down until the time comes for it. Then the next turn, I will play 1 4. Turn to get back to me, and then I'm going to play 2 2s. Now we're in trouble when the turn comes back to me, because if it's still down that low, I don't have any 2s. I don't have any cards that can play on this. So what happens next is I have a choice. I can play a card that's face down. In fact, it's my only option, or play no cards. If I play no cards, then I have to eat the stack, add it to my hand once again. The other option, of course, is to reveal the card, to play it, It doesn't work, therefore I still have to take the whole stack. Then next time around, I can do something differently this time. Like I can say 2 12s. Now at this point, when it comes back around, I have definitely a bunch of lower cards that would be more helpful. The third one there. That would be more helpful, but because I have no risk, because 12 is a very high card, I can basically choose to play one from here, and look, it's a 1. However, now that it comes around, I have no cards that are lower than a 1, so I'm still eating the stack. Playing that down. Oh. 4 12s. Stack is discarded. 3 6s. Now, I'm playing alone. You want to not do this in a game where you're playing with others, but I'm playing alone, so 6 is my highest card right now. So I'm going to reveal that. It's a 2. I can go on there. I've got 2 other 2s to play, and so on and so forth. Once you've got the stack kind of you're trying to basically get to the point where you have 0 cards in your hand. So unfortunately, I have to eat that stack because I don't have the cards to play that are going to work. So then 6s, 5s, 4, 2, 1. I'm out. All of the players have to eat the cards they have in their hands. So that's pretty much the round. The game keeps playing, however, until you get up to one player having 150. The player with the lowest score wins. So it's not about one round, one turn. It's all about the long games. To factor that in as you're playing. Now there's other things to take into consideration. There's tap in, and there's tap out. These are the 2 action cards of the game. If you get caught with them in your hand, then these are 20 and 30 points. So you want to get rid of these as soon as you can. They're actually kind of free plays. So for instance, tap out is a skip someone's turn. You can use this to skip your own turn. Your turn immediately ends. This would be a way to not take a trick. If you don't have the whole, you can't play a card on the stack, you don't want to take the whole stack, you can play tap out and that can skip your own turn. You can also play on another player before your turn starts and play as many of these as you want, and that player will skip their turn when it gets to them. You can also play a tap in to discard or prevent a tap out card, and then tap in allows you to tap the stack and immediately get rid of it if you have that card in your hand, which is really, really nice. Now, to play the 2-player variant, it's a little bit different. You're actually going to take a total of 27 cards. That's for each player. And you're going to set up a multi-tiered starting deck. So instead of it being just 1-4 down, 1-4 up, it's actually going to be 2 down, 2 up. And then you're left still again with 11 cards. So I go first, I play 4 11s, tap out. Play 3 10s. Then on my next turn, play tap in to tap in the stack. Play the 3 11s. Maybe play a card from there. Oh, 4 11s, tapped it. No risk. 4, 3 4s. Take the whole stack. Tap the whole stack. Whole stack gets tapped in. Skip my turn. Skip my turn. Skip my turn. Whole stack. Skip my turn. So whenever you play the 2-player variant, the tap out can't be used to skip the other player's turn. It just skips your turn. And your revealed card can be a tap out or a tap in, which is really interesting when you're taking it from a blind pull. But all in all, it's a pretty fast-paced, fun little game, trick-taking, round scoring kind of game. So no one really kind of feels like they're always constantly losing. So it's a really fun one. Hope you guys find this interesting. Hope you guys pick this up. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.